Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. For those of you that are new, welcome, and you may want to also check out my main tarot channel, Moon Moth Goddess, where I do have a bunch of other pick a card readings in playlists for you guys to check out as well. So today's pick a card reading, we are looking into messages from your spirit guide. So it could really be about anything that spirit is wanting to bring up for you at this time. So if you do feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay for this reading, being that you may have multiple messages. Okay, so just kind of take what fits because this is a general reading. We do have 3 crystals. We have some Red Jasper, a Mookaite Jasper, and then we also have a Carnelian. Okay, so if you already know kind of which one you feel drawn to, the timestamps are down below for you guys. But I am going to be adding in one of these cards to help you guys choose your pile. So messages from your spirit guides. Let's see, for pile 1 with the Red Jasper. Pile 1 with the Red Jasper. We have death. Let's see, pile number 2. We have exile. And pile 3 with the Carnelian. And then we have ascension. Okay. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. We have death for pile 1, and that is with this Red Jasper. Trying to get the glare off of there. Red Jasper. And the death card for pile 1. Pile 2, we have this exile card with this Mookaite Jasper, which has a little brown spot on it. So it's like a mustard color with brown. That is for pile number 2. Okay, and then pile number 3, we have this Ascension card with your Carnelian. Okay, which is a very dark reddish brown crystal here. Okay, so that's for pile 3. Okay, so pause the video if you need a little bit more time to meditate on the crystals, the cards, the artwork that's here, whichever one you feel the most intuitively drawn to. And then we're going to get into messages from your spirit guides. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonated with the death card and the Red Jasper, this is going to be your reading. So I'm going to put this over here for now. And we're going to take a look at your tarot. So what message or messages do your spirit guides have for you at this time? And death, you know, can be about endings, transformation, change that even may be needing. If some of you could feel like you're going through a very transformation at this time, this can also be spirit telling you here something is going to change or is changing, or some type of ending here. So let's see maybe what this is about. Pile number 1, what message do your spirit guides have for you at this time? We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so that is a really beautiful energy. What message do your spirit guides have for you at this time? Pile 1. Look at that. 9 of Pentacles. The Moon. The Sun. And we have the 2 of Swords. Okay, so I kind of want to get a little bit of information on this energy of death here, but the 2 of Swords energy is something that you could be feeling conflicted. You could have conflicting ideas, thoughts. You could be maybe stuck at a place of indecision. maybe fears about making some type of a change or decision here with the moon. The moon is about things that are hidden, things that we cannot see. So let's see here, Spirit. What is this death energy? Wow, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like this is what Spirit is wanting to talk to you about today, is about the changes surrounding your abundance. Okay? Because I'm seeing some very powerful energy here. The Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, which is about wealth, independence, stability, security. The Ten of Pentacles energy here could be long-term security. Some of you, this could even be receiving some type of inheritance or news of inheritance. But I'm feeling maybe this could be changes that are occurring, maybe even helping to remove blockages surrounding your ability to feel confident enough in yourself to move forward, taking actions towards creating this level of abundance for yourself. Okay? So I'm feeling maybe for some of you, this could be like an end of a cycle with any type of blocks that you may have had with abundance coming in. So let's see what else. Spirit with the death energy. The Page of Swords. So yeah, some of you, like I said, could be receiving some type of news, message, communication, receiving good news. Maybe for some of you, it's about some type of offer or even opportunity that's coming in for you to create more wealth, more abundance. The Sun is also a very beautiful energy of success, achievements, enlightenment, being able to kind of reach this place or this stage even in life where you're, I don't know, maybe for some of you, you're making all the right moves, taking the right actions, and it's like Spirit's telling you there's going to be some serious changes to the abundance that you're bringing into your life. I'm seeing the star underneath that. The star is definitely blessings. Maybe some of you are not seeing it right now, but I feel like this is Spirit saying you're going to be receiving some type of maybe messages, communication surrounding this. Maybe for some of you, if you are like self-employed, you know, it could be that you're gaining more recognition. Okay. I feel like there's really this need or this energy for you to feel also confident in yourself with moving towards abundance. Let's see, one more. Why is this death energy here? The Knight of Wands in reverse. So maybe this is an end to you procrastinating for some of you. Procrastination. Yeah, because the Knight of Wands is about passion, fire, you know, so maybe this is an end to you, you know, maybe for some of you self-sabotaging or not taking action. Some of you, this communication could even come from, say, another person, or you're hearing news, receiving news, something that's going to really set you up for long term. Okay. Both of these, 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles, are about wealth here. Okay. Maybe some of you don't know how something is going to happen or how you're going to get the money that you need, but it's coming. Okay. Which is what I'm seeing there. So let's move this over here. I'm just going to put this down here to see what else. I kind of want to look at this the moon energy here. What is this moon? Temperance. Temperance. Okay, so this is more or less, I feel like many of you could be really bringing about more balance. Some of you are transmuting energy of fears and anxiety, and I feel like this is something that's helping you to remove blockages that you have around your own success, or even the way that you see yourself as successful. Because the Queen of Wands is a beautiful energy, power, confidence, you know, it's very success-driven, creative, inspiration. You know, maybe for some of you, it's moving away from a place of fears and insecurities and doubts that you have in your mind into more of like the growth, abundance type of mindset that's changing within you. Away from I'm too afraid to take action into, you know, some of you could be gathering information, researching, finding ways of which to create more abundance for yourself. And it's kind of like feeling confident enough to actually go for it, do it, you know. And maybe for some of you, you don't see yourself, you know, in the same way that your spirit guides do. They're like cheering for you and like rooting for you. Why is this Two of Swords energy here? The Chariot. Okay, so that is you making progress, making moves. The Chariot is about willpower, drive, bringing your own energy into balance. And I'm seeing the Ten of Cups at the bottom. This is fulfillment, happiness. You know, feeling very abundant here. You know, I feel like with the Five of Cups energy here, there's a change of perspective here with the Hangman and the Five of Cups. You know, because this Five of Cups can lead us to like a loss. Like if we've not, like let's just say we went after something in the past and it didn't turn out how we thought it was going to turn out, right? The Five of Cups can leave us feeling very sad and disappointed and feeling like we don't want to try again. We fear failure, a loss from some type of expectation that we had. Right? And that may make you feel like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm procrastinating. I'm holding back. You know, what if I try to pursue this goal or this dream that I have and it just doesn't work? What if it ends up like it has before? Right? The Hangman helps us to give us that change or shift in perspective. And then I'm seeing the Queen of Cups, the Four of Wands, which is about stability, harmony, celebration. So yeah, to me, it's kind of like more or less you tuning into your intuition. Because as we're seeing even in this Death card here, this skeleton is here kind of like with this cup in front of death. Right? So I'm feeling like Spirit's saying that there's maybe some transformation or some type of something that's coming to an end within you where this energy is being transmuted. It's changing within you. In some way, maybe you could be healing your fears or even illusions, blocks surrounding money, abundance. Okay, is kind of what I'm seeing there. So let's see what else with your Ten of Pentacles pile one. That is awesome. Okay, so let's see what else. What else for pile one, Spirit? What else for pile one? We have lots of fire sign and water sign energy here. Aries, Leo, Sag. We have Cancer and Pisces. Virgo energy. Libra. What else for pile one, Spirit? Insight. Okay. Now, a little story with this card, and I feel like it fits, so I'm going to tell you about it. Here's this little crow, and inside of this jar is a bunch of water with a little clam that's in it. And the clam was sitting, say, at the bottom of the jar, and the little crow was trying to get to the clam. So he realized that once he started to drop pebbles into the water, it would make the water rise so that the clam would get closer and closer and closer to the top so that he could eat it. Okay? So in a way, I feel like Spirit's saying that maybe that you're moving through some type of maybe mental type of challenge that you've been having difficulty working your way around to be able to make something possible. Right? Because as this crow, it was like an impossible type of dream that he could have that clam at the bottom of the jar. But he's figured something out, which is kind of like the Queen of Wands. When the Queen of Wands sets her sights on something, there is no stopping her. She has a passion, a fire for something. She's very much a go-getter type of energy, right? Unstoppable, forced to be reckoned with. So to me, it's maybe because the crows are also, right, this symbol of magic, mysticism, the spirit realm, messengers. So in a way, I feel like you're receiving this message. Like I said, it could be from Spirit, right? Or it could be something, maybe even an idea or something that comes in from another person, that you're figuring something out here. Because temperance is also about patience, being patient about something, for something. Some of you may have also felt like you've been really putting in a lot of your energy towards working. and waiting to kind of see the fruits of your labor. But temperance is about us being patient. It's about bringing our energy into balance, manifesting, right? Alchemizing energy. So we have insight here. Figuring something out. I feel like you guys are figuring something out. What else for pile 1? We have sacred space. And if you look at these 2 little crows here, they're protecting their little eggs in a little nest, right? So maybe for some of you that is symbolic of something that you are creating here, something that you've been nurturing, something that you've been waiting to hatch in a sense. Okay? What else for pile 1? What else for pile 1? Oh, okay, so we have growth. Growth, I like that. We have this bird, there's this beautiful glow happening around it. And you guys have transformation, but not only am I seeing the growth that's happening within you, but within your your abundance here. We have observation. And I'm seeing direction at the bottom. So maybe for some of you, with this change or shift in perspective that's kind of in a sense happening for you, maybe this is kind of in a way, this is spirit wanting you to kind of observe your thoughts, your actions, your words. And are they ones that are kind of in a way in alignment with what you're trying to do, trying to manifest? Because even with the observation here, you know, the spider is being very meticulous about how it creates its web, right? And of course, there are little things that happen to the web at times, right? Weather, other animals that can destroy little parts of the web, the spider's web. But the spider is also, you know, recognizes that things can be rebuilt, you know? So even if there is something that happens to her web, sometimes there are things also that you have to let go of, right? With the death card here, change, right? So in a way, I feel like Spirit's saying maybe be observant, maybe of certain behaviors, thoughts, that you're needing to release and let go of, right? To really help you so that you have a clear path of where it is that you're going, to help you in a sense for, I feel like, the best growth possible. I feel like it's also about you seeing through any types of illusions, right? That the moon energy can bring in about your success. Okay. Maybe for some of you could be getting some type of insight surrounding direction, the path forward, that's going to help you for more growth. Okay, where that path ahead is something that comes clear, because with the Chariot, look at how they're both moving forward here, right? Maybe some of you could be traveling or wanting to relocate, right? Receiving good news, maybe even about a house for some of you, maybe even a purchase of a home, putting you in that place financially that gives you what you need in order to make this dream possible, you know? So especially if you're wanting to buy a home and you're wanting to feel more stable, more secure, it's like Spirit's giving you like all this, I feel like, inspiration, drive, fire, and there's a need for you maybe to be very observant of the signs, the synchronicities that you're seeing in your life, important people that come in, or even opportunities that are surrounding you that are going to help you to get what it is that you're looking for, okay? Is what I'm seeing there. So what else do we want to say to pile number 1? I'm also feeling like if there's anything that really kind of comes to an end in your life, that you have trust in your spirit guides leading you in the right direction, knowing that things are changing and happening for your highest good to lead you towards fulfillment. We have reincarnation, which to me in a way is about a rebirth, renewal, release of things from past. And if you look at this reincarnation card, it looks like there is this huge maze that's here. I mean, it kind of looks like a little baby in the center right here, but in a way, there's this huge maze. So maybe if, things seem a little bit complicated right now, or it feels like things are challenging or difficult, that in a way, like I said, taking it back to this insight card, that you're going to find clarity, you're going to find solution. So maybe there's a time for you to really kind of like pay attention to how Spirit is guiding you, knowing that your path in a way is, you're receiving what you need. You're receiving the assistance, the support, the help of your spirit guides to guide you in the direction that you're being meant to. And also, this is number 12, which is also the Hanged Man energy, the change of perspective, right? It's you finally having that epiphany, that realization about how to do something, or which direction to go, which path to take. We have destruction, and to me that is kind of like that death energy, the breakdown of the old version of self, the new you being, in a sense, revealed. That could even be beliefs here. We have the moon energy, which to me is about you honoring the cycles that you're in, and about you listening, right, to intuition, which isn't always easy for us. Sometimes our fears kind of kick in and it kind of throws us off, but I'm feeling it's like Spirit's wanting you to fully trust. Okay, look at that. We have accomplishment here with that little rabbit that's sitting on his shoulder, which to me is like this sign of fertility. I'm also seeing the little card that he's holding here is the Two of Hearts, which is the Two of Cups. And that is about harmony, balance. Maybe for some of you, this is you bringing your own energy into balance. That's helping to remove any type of blockages that you may have had in the past that were keeping you thrown off track. But we've got some accomplishment here, which to me is some type of maybe victory, a celebration, being able to reach a milestone, overcoming maybe your biggest fears, insecurities that have been holding you back from, we've got, again, another card of destruction, stagnant. So this is you moving through those blocks. We have clarity, and then we have unity, which to me is about you coming into balance, right? Union with self, the removal of this stuck or stagnant energy. Let's see what else for pile number 1. Freedom. Okay. We like that. Free from fears, free from doubts, free from illusion, and stepping into your power, right? This, to me, is also you about accepting, right? The certain things that we cannot change, things that are outside of our control. Okay, and really not let those things, our past things that we may not have been so great at or have felt like we failed at, to not be what sets us back or holds us back from being able to create those accomplishments moving forward. Okay, so I feel like Spirit's wanting you to feel more confident in your direction in life and your movement forward. And I feel like going back into that Queen of Wands energy, it's kind of like the eye on the prize. What do you desire? That to me is about focused intention. Okay? Knowing that you're going to be successful. You're going to get what it is that you're working towards. You just have to keep that forward momentum going with that Chariot energy and not give up. Okay? So that is all that I have for you, pile number 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the Exile card and the Mookaite Jasper, this is going to be a reading. So we're going to pull some tarot first to see what Spirit is wanting to talk to you about today. However, with your message first of exile, this can be talking about maybe removing something, because exile, you know, can talk about banishment, removing something. So we'll see. We'll get some more information on what this might be about. Maybe it's cutting someone out of your life if needed or if necessary. Okay, let's see. Pile 2, Spirit. What do we want to talk to pile number 2 about? What is your message for pile 2? We have the 10 of Cups, 7 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, the Magician, Knight of Cups. Some of you could be working towards manifesting new love, new opportunities. No, not that one. Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Six of Swords. There's something here that you're needing to move on from. And I feel like Spirit's saying here, with this 4 of Pentacles, maybe something that you're holding on to. The World. Yeah, look at that. The World and the 6 of Swords. Some of you, maybe this is a relationship. Okay. I feel like very specific message. And I feel like you'll know if this message is for you. If you've already been thinking about ending something or bringing something to an end, you know, putting something in exile, banishing it in a way out of your life, being done with it, there could be potentially someone that you're holding on to that you need to release. And it doesn't even need to be someone that you're currently involved with. It could be someone maybe from your past where you're still holding on to that energy. Because the 4 of Pentacles here can definitely be about maybe even an attachment, or maybe even for some of you, the comfort zone, you know, staying in the comfort zone, having dreams, visions about happiness and things that you want in life and new opportunities. And I feel like maybe for some of you, there is bringing something to an end here with the 6 of Swords and the World. And I feel like you'll know what it is. You know when something in your life is not quite right, or it's keeping you out of balance. For some of you, it can be a way of thinking. It could be a job. It could be a relationship, a friendship, a family situation that you've got going on. Maybe for some of you, it's making a difficult choice about loving someone from afar and just kind of keeping or setting some boundaries there. But yeah, this is clearly a leaving or closing a cycle here, letting something go, moving on from something. The 6 of Swords is about moving ourselves towards a place of peace, of calm, moving away from anything that is creating chaotic energy in our life. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to clarify. Some of you, I feel like Spirit is saying here that there is a need for maybe releasing or letting something go here. Some of you, I feel like you're manifesting new love. Okay, new love here. Some of you may have already started to have dreams or visions of meeting someone, maybe even dreaming of someone that you haven't even met yet. Let's see. What is this energy of exile here, Spirit? What is this exile? The Hierophant. Oh, some of you, it might be a marriage or a long-term relationship. For some of you, it might even be certain beliefs that you're holding on to that you need to release or let go of. Why is the Exile here? Ace of Wands. And Judgment. Okay. Judgment is, can be about a rebirth, renewal, going through a rebirth. Judgment can also be like a wake-up call, answering the call of our soul. Some of you, this could be making a big decision. Some of you, like I said, it could quite literally be you ending something here. Ending a long-term relationship or a marriage in which you maybe feel like you're settling in it, or it's just not really serving you any longer, all right? And this is Spirit saying maybe, and like I said, you'll know if this is messages for you because you've already been feeling it, okay? Some of you might have some type of maybe divine inspiration to go forward or to move forward with something that you've been dreaming about, fantasizing about, feeling happy, feeling stable, feeling secure, wanting some type of something new in your life. Maybe for some of you, it can even be a job, like feeling like, okay, this job isn't really doing it for me. I want to be paid more. I want more stability. I want more security. I want to have new things, right, in my life, the things I dream about that I feel like are very possible for you. So many of you, it could be a major decision you have to make here about removing something out of your life so that you can work towards manifesting here. Magician, Knight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. No more just thinking about it and dreaming about it and fantasizing about it. Now it can be a call for action here, right? Something that has potential with the Ace of Wands for us to direct our energy towards to create and manifest something new. And maybe for some of you, it's like Spirit saying, we need to let go of that part of the self that feels like there's something that we can't do, something that we can't achieve here. With Judgment, it's also when we look back on our life and we look at the decisions that we've made and where they've led us to. Do we feel happy? Do we feel content? Do we feel like we have what we need, what we want, what we desire? And if not, what is stopping us from being able to go after it and get it, or keep ourselves open to receive, at least by removing things out of our life that are keeping our vibration down? Okay. And some of you, like I said, it can quite literally be a relationship. Okay. So I'm gonna put these here for a second, and I want to clarify this Four of Pentacles. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Strength card. This is Spirit saying here you're needing to have courage and confidence within inside of yourself, maybe to make this move or to take action here. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Seven of Swords. Maybe this is a decision that you've been avoiding making or running away from or have been feeling fearful about making. The Seven of Swords is also a card of illusion. So have you been keeping yourself, in a sense, stuck in an illusion that you are stuck, or where you're at, that you can't make changes, you cannot move forward? This is also a time for you with the Seven of Swords energy here to really kind of organize your thoughts, your plans, your ideas. Because the Seven of Swords can definitely be about a lot of scattered thinking, our mind kind of being in different directions, right? Which we can also see with the Seven of Cups. This is when we have like many different options, ideas, things that are on our mind, and we feel a little bit confused about what is going to be the best decision for us, right? We can feel overwhelmed. So let's look at the Seven of Cups. Nine of Swords. This anxiety. Maybe for some of you, fear making the wrong choice, the wrong decision, the wrong path, the wrong direction. Lots of air sign energy here. We also have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, Capricorn energy. Okay, so let's look at your Magician energy here. What is it? Why is the Magician here? I feel like it's about you believing in yourself, believing in your power. Look at that. You've got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is really about this fire, this passion within us to move towards goals, dreams, desires. Many of you, I feel like maybe there's maybe even important decisions you're making surrounding your finances, you know, opening yourself up to something more. Abundance, long-term stability, security. I'm seeing the Chariot at the bottom. Okay, so for many of you with the Chariot energy, it's about you having the willpower within yourself, bringing your own energy into balance. Okay, and planning moves, but also action that comes along with it. Okay, making progress. The Chariot leads us towards victory, towards success. Okay, let's see what else. What else for pile 2? I feel like maybe banishing the banishing the fears, the anxieties, the worries. Okay, what else for pile 2? Protection. We have protection here. We have these 2 crows that are protecting this little egg here. Which maybe for some of you could be protecting your own energy, protecting ideas that you have, because we do have the 7 of Swords here. Sometimes the 7 of Swords can be about theft or somebody stealing ideas. Okay. If you're in that situation where you have somebody that you don't really trust around you, okay, don't talk about your plans or your ideas with people that are not on your team. Let's see here. What else for pile number 2? We have exposed. I don't know, maybe for some of you feel maybe very vulnerable in a situation. Maybe some of you are worried about judgment of other people. Maybe it's also about who you surround yourself with as well, because we have this crow and this other bird. I don't know if it's a hawk or a falcon or what. That looks like it's going to come down from the sky and attack the crow. Maybe for some of you, if you're afraid to kind of, because exposed to me also could be about you expanding into not feeling, I feel like, confident in yourself about making changes, opening yourself up to something else, something new. Because I'm also kind of, in a way, seeing this unbound energy with this other bird that's here. The wings are wide open. So maybe for some of you, it's allowing yourself to open up, allowing yourself to take risks. We have perspective here. So maybe for some of you, it is kind of taking a step back from a situation, especially if you feel confused or stuck. Okay, we have this energy of survival here. So I feel like for some of you, this could mean like, is there maybe worried about stability, worried about security? Trying to hold on to something, I feel like for some of you. You know, I feel like with this, it's a need for you to kind of see, how do you feel about what a situation that you're in? You know, maybe for some of you, it's finding a path out of something to move towards something else, something new. this here makes us feel limited in survival, right? The crow feels like he's going to be get by this fox here. You know, so when we're kind of like in this space, we feel limited, right? Which is what that Nine of Swords does mentally to us, right? The fears kind of step in and make us feel like we're limited with our choices or with our decisions, but it's all in the way that we look at something, right? With perspective here. So maybe some of you are kind of like in survival mode right now, right? And it's limiting, in a sense, your creative mind about your magician energy, right? The magician is telling us that we have all the tools that we need to manifest, to make something, to create. Okay? So, I'm feeling there's a need for you to also think about what you want for long term, because sometimes when we make decisions, when we feel we're being rushed, or when we're being limited, we're not really seeing our fullest potential, right? We're making a decision that's kind of like good for now. This is good for now. Even settling. So maybe for some of you it is. I need to kind of take a step back, especially if you're in a situation where you feel a little bit worried about, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to fix this? How am I going to move through this? How am I going to get through this type of energy? Okay. Yeah, it feels like a little bit restricted here, right? Where this crow can really try to fly away, right? I don't know if foxes can really, I'm sure they can jump and leap and stuff like that, but enough for that crow to get himself out of there. And I feel like Spirit's saying here, it's not just about you just kind of being at a job or relationship and just about surviving, just settling. It's like, maybe for some of you, this is a time for expansion, for growth for you, to really kind of open yourself up to your unlimited potential and possibilities that are really available to you. So maybe this is you, in a way, banishing those parts of yourself that make you feel like this isn't something that's possible for you. When your spirit guides are wanting you to see, yes, it is. You deserve happiness, you deserve fulfillment, you deserve abundance, you deserve love. But willing to, and being strong enough, courageous enough, I feel like, to make the changes, right? Confident enough. And sometimes that's not always easy, right? It's easier said than done. But maybe this is you gaining some perspective on your own thoughts, and if they are ones that are kind of limiting in a way. So what else for pile 2, Spirit? What else for pile 2? Maybe for some of you have someone around you that's like, I don't know, because I'm looking at the exposed here and then also the survival here. Like, are some of you in a situation where you feel like something is blocking you, right? And it could be yourself. Okay, let's see. What else for pile number 2? What else for pile 2? We have reincarnation. Pile 1 got that. This is like an energy of a rebirth, renewal, a new beginning. Maybe for some of you, it's like your thoughts are kind of, in a way, overcomplicating. Okay. We have the multiverse here. And productivity, being more productive. With the multiverse here, to me, this is talking about, actually, this card is talking about us. And I would feel like this would resonate for more of you that believe in, what's the word for it? Like, everything that we're going through in life is all happening at once, okay? Even though, because we have this concept of time here in the 3D, that it seems like It's like day by day by day, but things that are happening kind of like in the energy of the multiverse are things that are happening simultaneously. And it's also, you know, about these many different versions of self that we have in different dimensions that are also, in a sense, kind of doing the things, right? You know, just to say, like, in this, like, kind of like what I'm saying is like alternate realities, you know, and of course, if you don't believe in that, then that's okay. Just ignore this part of the message. But with the multiverse, it's about those different, right, versions of self, multiple dimensions of reality that are all existing at once. And let's just say in this other reality, this is kind of making me feel about jumping timelines for you. You know, like, let's just say this 3D version of self, you know, is kind of restricted in a sense, or feeling like I'm stuck here. But then there's this other version of you that is like doing the things, like doing all of these amazing things, and has like this whole different life that it's made with different choices, different decisions, right? And I feel like in a way, it's kind of like Spirit is wanting you to see that in a way that you are accessing these parts of yourself, right? And releasing any of these parts of yourself that are not helping you to live in the highest timeline of you, right? That's kind of the way that I'm seeing this message, even though that's, you know, some of you, you're like, no, what is she talking about? She's talking crazy talk right now. Yeah, this is to me about expansion, expanding your consciousness, expanding the way in which you view yourself and what is possible for you. What is possible for you to create in that magician energy. You know? Like, say, Spirit kind of like in a way saying you don't have to settle. You don't have to, you know, especially if you're not feeling completely happy or fulfilled. You have the power, you have the tools, right, within yourself. Maybe for some of you it is being more committed, more dedicated, putting more effort in, right, to certain things, or even watching your thoughts, right? Because the universe responds to our vibration, our energy, right? So releasing or letting go of any lower vibrational frequencies to help us to elevate us towards that which we are wanting to manifest, so that we're in a vibrational alignment with it. Okay? And we have influence here, which makes me feel, for some of you, this can be taking a look at the people that you surround yourself with, right? The people that you have in your life at this time. Are they ones that are really serving your highest good? Think about how maybe your own thoughts are influencing you. Is there other people that are influencing some of your decisions or choices, right? Because we have exile here. So maybe for some of you, it's making big decisions or choices to leave sometimes certain people or certain situations in the past. Okay. What else for pile 2? What else for pile 2? Purpose, purpose. Look at that little rock there. When I look at all of these little lines in the sand, to me, it's almost like that little rock is giving off like this vibration around it. So maybe for some of you, this is you aligning with your purpose. Okay? Tapping into your potential here. Like I said, your highest timeline, your highest version of self in the multiverse, right? That is kind of like doing everything that you've dreamed of. Right? It's like I said, no more dreaming, right? This is us making it happen. We have comparison here. Dreams, your dreams. Maybe some of you are needing to pay more attention to your dreams, or maybe some of you are feeling confused by the messages that you're receiving. Maybe you're overthinking, overanalyzing the messages that Spirit is trying to give to you. Maybe for some of you, it's just writing down maybe what messages you do receive. I mean, because this could even happen with daydreams, not just when we go to sleep at night. Maybe some of you are just kind of like overthinking it. Maybe trying to figure out what your purpose is, or letting fear, you know, let's just say that you feel your purpose is whatever this thing is, and then your fears step in, you're just like, no, that can't be my purpose because I can't do that, or I can't afford that, or I can't do this, I can't start that, I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's all of those limitations that are there. So maybe for some of you, you are a little bit clouded, you know? I would say that that's a time for working towards getting yourself grounded, meditating, maybe something for those of you that like to meditate, journaling. What else for pile 2? We have abundance. That's what we want. Maybe Spirit's saying here that if you align with your purpose, this is what's going to bring you in this abundance. There's a need for you to follow your passions and not get caught up with the whole 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords energy that is, I feel like a lot of, what do I want to say, your thinking or ideas may be a little bit scattered. Maybe there's a need for you to just kind of, with perspective here, maybe kind of take a step back. Maybe plan a little vacation, a little getaway, or even some time, you know, for yourself where you disconnect from everything, from the family, a little bit of quiet time so that you can really kind of reflect inwards about what it is that your spirit guides are trying to communicate to you in a way. Okay? I'm also feeling with the comparison here. Maybe it's also not comparing yourself and your journey to other people, right? Each of us has a very unique path that is not or cannot, should not be compared to what another person is doing, right? So don't let that be something that stops you because, you know, well, how did that person get the abundance? Or how come everything comes so easy for them, you know? So yeah, I'm feeling there's a need for you to just really focus on what your dreams are. And if you do feel a little bit clouded, you know, because it does take a lot of inner work and reflection for us to figure out what our purpose is and to know that we are in alignment. And when we are in alignment, that is when things start to really kind of flow for us. That's when we know, right? But when we feel stuck, when we feel blocked, everything seems like it's out of balance. It's just not working. It's not flowing. And sometimes there is that need, right, for us to take time for ourselves, time of solitude, a little bit of a solo journey for us to kind of figure things out. Okay? So I'm going to leave your reading here for you, pile number 2. I do hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonated with the Carnelian and this beautiful Ascension card, this is going to be a reading. So I'm looking at how there is this staircase that is going all the way up to this beautiful tree that's growing. So, I mean, some of you quite literally could be going through your ascension process, going through a spiritual awakening, things that are kind of changing within you where you're starting to see maybe even a lot clearer about things or things that are becoming clear for you. Something, though, with the ascension is like leveling up. Okay? Maybe some of you are receiving downloads, activations, things that are helping you to transcend karma in a way. Okay, so we're going to see with our pick a card today what Spirit wants to talk to you about, what messages you're needing to hear at this time. Okay, so if it doesn't really resonate, you can choose one of the other piles or check out one of the other readings that I do have. So let's see for pile 3, Spirit, what do you want to talk to pile number 3 about today? Maybe it has something to do with your ascension. Pile 3, what messages for pile 3, Spirit? What messages for pile number 3? 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is a card of anticipation, waiting, planning, It's about thinking, planning ahead, foresight. Maybe some of you have already set some type of plan in motion or something that you had focused your intention towards, and now it's kind of like waiting to see how this is going to manifest or kind of take shape here. So we'll see what else. Pile number 3. 5 of Wands. Maybe for some of you, they're seeing some type of challenge. Maybe that you have been facing, or some kind of challenge that's still ahead of you. But I almost feel like maybe this is Spirit saying you're needing to see beyond your current situation, okay, for some of you. See beyond your current situation. So if you feel like there's something right now that is really challenging you, maybe some of you are going through some type of changes, maybe feeling conflicted about something, but I'm seeing how this crow right here is holding this red, I don't know what it is, a little ribbon or something. The Sun card is a beautiful energy. It's a card of abundance and happiness, joy, enlightenment, some type of achievement, something that may be a challenge, maybe that you're overcoming here. Maybe some of you are anticipating some type of change or some type of conflict, but with the Sun energy here, this almost gives me kind of like this message for you that you're going to make it through. You're going to be able to overcome whatever this is. Even if it's something that's happening internally. Some of you could be your environment, something that you're involved in. What message for pile 3? The Hermit. Okay. Maybe for some of you it's feeling a little bit lost, or you're trying to figure something out. Okay, some of you could be moving away from something, letting something go, walking away from something. Leaving something or someone behind. Look at that. Page of Wands. This Page of Wands is about starting down a new path. New direction. Okay, so maybe for some of you that's what this ascension is you're evolving here. The Eight of Cups is also about setting out on a journey of self-discovery, which the Eight of Cups leads into the Hermit energy. The Hermit energy is where we find our light. We find our, our little light within inside of us that helps us, to lead us, to guide us. And I'm looking at this Page of Wands here, how this crow's like beak is like wide open, almost like for some of you, maybe your spirit guides are like, this way, pile 3, this way. Come on, let's go. I want to see why your 5 of Wands is here. There's something here with this. A challenge, a change maybe for some of you that is needed. Maybe some of you are anticipating some type of change about walking away from something that you're feeling guided to make. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe a place that you live. Let's see. But either way, the Sun is here. The Sun is a beautiful energy. And so maybe that's what Spirit is saying, that if you are kind of feeling like a little bit in the dark right now, or don't have it quite figured out, you will. And you're going to be, I feel like, happier with it. Let's see. Why is the 5 of Wands here for pile 3? 3 of Swords. Okay, so maybe some of you, yeah. The 3 of Swords is a card of pain, heartache. Maybe for some of you, a breakup. Maybe some of you are having some type of conflict with a partner, a person that you're wanting to move on from. Doesn't even just have to be romantic. It can be a friendship, okay? Because the 5 of Wands can also be about siblings and other people being involved. Conflict that's, I mean, this could even be coworkers. You know, maybe for some of you are just like, I need to get out of this toxic environment. I need to get out of this job. But where do I go? What do I do? What do I want? And that Page of Wands energy, like I said, look at his beak, like wide open. You can imagine him cawing, noisy, like your spirit guides are kind of leading you towards your destiny. Let's see. I want to, let's see, what is the energy surrounding this ascension for pile 3? Right? And even with the Hermit energy comes a lot of healing. A lot of healing, a lot of reflection, a lot of introspection, inner work. We've got the King of Wands. What is the energy surrounding this ascension? 9 of Pentacles. Maybe for some of you it's becoming a stronger, better version of self. Okay, the 9 of Pentacles is a beautiful energy of independence, stability, security, abundance, wealth, right? Being able to develop this for yourself and to stand on your own. Maybe some of you are in a relationship situation or even a job situation where you're just feeling like you're feeling undervalued. Some of you, it could be staying because of money or finances and you're just like, what am I going to do? And I feel like if you are moving away from something that's out of alignment for you, that spirit is going to open doors for you, right? Like that crow that's like yelling in that card, cawing so loud. You know, and the Page of Wands is about discovery, exploring, expansion, growth, going down a new path. Some of you choosing a new path or finding your path, right? Some of you may already be feeling something calling you. Yeah, but I feel like this ascension here for you, maybe this is you in a way leveling up. Look at that. The King of Wands is also a very powerful energy. Maybe for some of you it is about you gaining more confidence in yourself, your power, right? By doing all of this inner work and reflection. I mean, the King of Wands definitely gets things done. It's a very powerful energy. Courageous, strong. Okay. Let's see, what else? What is surrounding this ascension for pile 3? The High Priestess. That is beautiful. The High Priestess energy is about our intuition, you know, listening to our inner knowing. Maybe some of you are receiving, like I said, some type of activations, downloads, messages from Spirit. Learning to trust your intuition and where it is guiding you. Maybe some of you are receiving some type of upgrades too with regards to your intuition coming in stronger. Maybe spiritual gifts that are being revealed to you as you start to work on healing those parts of yourself. Right? So yeah, what I'm kind of feeling here is whatever this is that you're being challenged by, whether it is outside of yourself, externally or internally, that I feel like I said earlier, the 3 of Wands, see beyond what the current situation is. Don't allow that to be kind of like the stopping point and that's all that you see, right? See beyond that in a point where you are able to find happiness, fulfillment, success, maybe visualize success in your situation. Okay. So let's see here for pile. I'm going to give these a shuffle. For pile 3, Spirit. We've got Leo energy here, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aries. We've got Libra, Aries. What else do we have in there? The 5 of Wands, that's Leo energy. Okay. What else for pile number 3, Spirit? What else for pile number 3? We have ghosts. Oh, I don't know, maybe some of you are seeing ghosts with that high priestess energy, being like tapped into the spirit realm. Some of you are starting to see spirits or having a stronger connection to spirit. But more or less to me, maybe this is old ghosts that are coming up. And notice this is number 20, which is the Judgment card. And Judgment is about life review, looking to our past. Maybe for some of you, there's a lot of old stuff that's kind of coming up for you. I may want to look at that message. I don't think I've ever seen that card come out before. Maybe some of you are having maybe visitations, from spirit. Passed on loved ones. What else for pile number 3? What else for pile number 3? Nature. Maybe this is a time for you to spend more time in nature. I'm also noticing there's a bunch of, what are these? Dandelions. There's a bunch of dandelions here. Maybe for some of you, spending time in nature could be something that you use or work with manifesting so that you're keeping yourself grounded. We do have grief here as well, and we're seeing a little, poor little crow bird here in the center. Maybe some of you are healing some type of grief, pain. Maybe some of you, if you're trying to work towards healing something here from your past, if you are literally still grieving, this is you honoring those feelings, those emotions, okay, to allow yourself the time that you need. Maybe for some of you, it's allowing yourself to grieve properly. Okay, what else for pile number 3? We have mimicry here. Okay, I want to see what the message says about the ghost. Like I said, I've never seen that card come out before. Let's see, with 20. Shadows of the past, look at that. It says, let them visit, but don't let them stay. They no longer hold substance in your world, and if they linger too long, they may become trapped in your psyche. Have you ever found yourself having an argument with someone who wasn't even in the room? The argument plays out in your head. I do that. I do that. The situation that brought up about the feelings and emotions that led to the internal disagreement is a ghost. Like a ghost repeating the pattern of walking through a room as it has done each night since its human form passed. It is stuck in a moment in time. There is nothing that can be said or done that will change what occurred. Ghosts ask that you examine your feelings regarding a past event. Are you able to find acceptance and move forward into healing? Are you able to forgive or seek forgiveness, allowing old wounds of the past to remain open? Pay attention to when ghosts appear. They may indicate the source of a block. It might be time for an exorcism, right? So in a sense, it's like when you have, like maybe for some of you with the grief here, right? If you still have feelings or emotions of something that's still bothering you from past, whether it's literally that you've lost someone or even a pet, and I'm seeing a little dog here, that you were taking the time that you need, right, to process, to heal, is kind of what I'm seeing with that, and for some of you, grief doesn't just have to be about the literal loss of someone. It can also be grieving the loss of a relationship, like if you went through a breakup or even a friendship, right? Because sometimes let's just say you're in a friendship and you guys are talking to each other all the time, and then all of a sudden you have a falling out and they're just gone, right? So of course there's that emptiness, that sadness. So even though if it may not have been a really good friendship, in a sense that it was healthy, you still grieve the loss of that person, okay? So maybe for some of you, there's suppressed emotions surrounding some type of loss that you've experienced. And this is a time for you to get some type of closure, right, for yourself so that you're able to really let something go. Maybe for some of you, it's taking the time that you need for yourself, you know, putting yourself first, choosing you, choosing to take the time that you need. Okay. What else can we say about this? I'm feeling with the mimicry card here, because this can be talking about faking something, faking something here. And so maybe some of you that are wanting some change in your life, you know, and you don't feel like you have it all sorted out just yet, but I feel like more or less that you are putting forth the action, the intention towards it, right? Listening to your intuition, be sometimes before it makes sense, you know. For others of you, I'm feeling with this mimicry, maybe there is certain situations that are maybe even repeating themselves that you're going through, right? And maybe those are things that are kind of calling your attention to also be able to heal from. Okay. I'm also feeling that if there is anyone in your life that you feel is not necessarily in alignment for you, you know, whether that is another person or you feel like, are you, if you ask yourself, am I being the most authentic version of myself? You know, maybe even for some of you, it's the old self. You know, maybe this doesn't even have to do with another person. Maybe you can be grieving lost parts of yourself, you know, as you're working through this ascension process for some of you, you know, saying goodbye to the old you. That can be hard. I found myself in that place before doing my own shadow work, inner child healing, where I look at pictures of myself from when I was like 15, 16 years old, or even younger, or in my 20s, and I look and I'm just like, I don't even know who that person is, you know, because during that time I felt so just detached and disconnected from everything. I was depressed. I was just lost, very, very lost. At a very, very young age, just completely disassociated because of trauma that I went through. So it's hard, you know, to kind of look back and things like that. So some of you, it could even be, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be even another person. It could be parts of you, you know, parts of you that you're releasing, that you're letting go of, and allowing yourself to grieve those parts of yourself. You know, your inner child. Like I said, for some of you, gaining closure, you know, and sometimes we don't always get that closure from a person, right? But we do that and we find that for ourselves. Okay. So this to me may be kind of taking a look at anything in your life that is maybe bringing you an illusion, say, of happiness, an illusion of success. You know, anything that's false, whether that is a person or, like I said, do you feel like you have a false sense of self that you need to release and let go of? Give yourself permission to release yourself, release that part of yourself that is no longer needed, right? The part of you that was responding from a place of trauma, or the part of you that, you know, built up those walls so high that no longer needs to do that anymore. You know, that is part of this ascension, right? You growing, evolving, and becoming your truest, most authentic self, and shedding away all those layers of you that you don't need anymore, right? Which is what I'm seeing here. And this is beautiful, you know, you going through this process, pile 3, and then, you know, reclaiming your power in this King of Wands. This kind of reminds me of the reading that I posted yesterday. And if you guys didn't see that reading, I think it was pile 3 too, with the karma reading. And all 4 court cards, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands all came out, clarifying one card. It was like they all just came out together. It was crazy. But yeah, this kind of reminds me of that message with that, but just kind of going through this process of evolution, you know, and maybe is there certain things in your life that are maybe proving to be false, things that are or creating that illusion for you that you are now kind of waking up from, in a sense, like, hold on a second, wait a minute, like, this isn't, am I really living this right now? Is this really what I wanted? Is this really what I'm, you know, does this make sense anymore? So yeah, I feel like with the nature energy here, for many of you, it is spending time in nature, you know, and that also helps with healing as well. Nature is very healing, okay? Whether you're spending time outdoors, in nature, in your backyard, in your patio, whatever you have access to, going to a park, okay? I'm also feeling too with this mimicry, I'm feeling kind of like, pay attention to distractions, things that are trying to distract you off of your path. Okay, or maybe are they things that are mimicking things from your past, old ghosts from the past that are trying to see, you know, trying to throw you off. You know, especially like, I'll use the example of you break up with someone and then you know that the relationship was good with you, so, or wasn't good for you, so you broke up with them. And then they creep back in, right? Is it kind of giving you or feeding that illusion again? Or is this you needing to kind of go back to trusting what your gut is telling you? Like, don't do it, walk away, start fresh, start new. You know, cycles repeating. So what else for pile number 3, Spirit? What else for pile number 3? We have deluge. And looking at that little cloud there, there's like a bunch of what looks like to me a lot of water that's like rain. Maybe for some of you there's a need for a lot of emotional release of things from your past. We have protection here. I'm noticing how she's got this handprint that's over her mouth here. I'm feeling maybe for some of you there's that need for opening up, expressing. Some of you, I'm feeling there's a need for you to connect to your inner child as well. Like your inner child is wanting to communicate something or needs to speak of something. It's almost like you're needing for some of you to give something maybe painful that you've gone through, to allow it to have a voice, for you to feel open to expressing and releasing. Okay, it's kind of what I'm feeling. We have the cosmos. What else for pile number 3? Patience. Okay, so especially for those of you that are trying to, say, manifest something new, do something new, or you're going through your healing process and it is something that's, you know, because going through ascension is no walk in the park, right? It's not, because we are basically unlearning everything that we've ever learned, right? It's kind of like having this newfound awareness and looking at the world in a very, very different way. Having these epiphanies, having these realizations, and stepping away from everything that we've ever known, right? It's uncomfortable. You know, we see the world in a different way. We see the people in a different way, friends in a different way, romantic partners in a different way. And it's like we really just like wake up, right, from the slumber that we've been in, fooling ourselves with certain things, right? So this to me is about a lot of emotional energy for some of you. That I feel like needs to be released, okay? So that can be taking that time that you need for releasing that energy, right? Because we've got the 3 of Swords here, grief here, old ghosts coming in, and that may be very well part of your ascension process, is releasing, right? Like I said, all of those parts of self, okay? With that, what else? With the cosmos here, this is talking about the Akashic. Akashic, or Akasha, I should say. Unity with spirit, the bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms. This is you moving towards your highest purpose. Okay? Moving towards your highest purpose. So, you know, this to me, in a sense, is there is work that you're doing, right? Through your process of healing, releasing. And like I said, even though it may feel like this huge huge mountain that you have to pass, you know, and with the hermit energy, sometimes it can feel like, is this ever going to end? Like, am I going to be stuck in this hole forever? You know? And I feel like maybe for some of you, like, what is happening to me? What is going on with me? Why am I going through all this stuff, right? Ascension, right? This process of you aligning with the highest possible version of yourself. Be patient with yourself through the process, okay? Honor every part of it, even though some of those things that we go through, it can be very challenging, very painful, right? But it's about you honoring your journey, honoring your path, even the parts of it that are not so pretty, you know? So let's see. If you need to cry, if you need to do what you need to do to release, is what I'm seeing here. A lot of emotional release. And it feels like some of you have a lot that you haven't said, right? That you need to get off your chest, in a sense. And if that means talking to someone, you get the help that you need. Or you write a book, you write something, poems, you write something that helps you to get it out. Okay? So what else for pile number 3? We have acceptance. We have strength. Yeah, and I'm definitely feeling like Spirit is saying to you about your resilience, right? And maybe this, for some of you, it's accepting certain things, you know, being able to, maybe for some of you, coming to terms, right, with the loss of someone, or, you know, whether it be a parent, a child, a partner, a pet, you know. We have intuition. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing you guys are having some upgrades here. Some upgrades here. Like I said, for some of you, literally, you could be stepping into some new psychic gifts here. Maybe some of you are walking into a gift of mediumship and you're just like, oh my goodness, what is happening to me? What am I going through right now? But we have passion here, intuition. To me, this is about you, again, honoring your intuition with where it's guiding you. The Page of Wands is about pursuing, right? New creative ideas, your passions in life. And I'm seeing growth at the bottom. Okay? So, yeah, I'm seeing this as a lot of powerful energy that's happening for you. Pile 3. And, like, you know, your spirit guides are saying, let's try to see beyond, right? Which, like I said, is not always easy to do, but there's something beautiful that's happening within you. And it might not feel like it, you know, but this is your spirit guides, in a way, kind of confirming a lot of what is kind of maybe starting from the inside out. And you will start to notice changes in your life that reflect those changes that are happening within you. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.